Hello there. My first name is Ilker, and I work as a sales engineer at Delphix. Today, I'm going to be discussing with you Delphix data masking for Oracle. Oracle, for our larger customers and governments in particular, tend to be the bedrock, the single largest data source that you're going to find. It tends to have two particular features that makes it difficult to protect. One is it just usually has been around for a long time. Thus, you tend to have hundreds, if not thousands, of objects or tables. So identifying what's sensitive can be complex. Secondarily, these environments tend to have a lot of transactions, so they tend to be very big. We're talking about, hundreds of terabytes of data set that you potentially need to protect. And it tends to be consistent with other data sources. You might have SAP running on Oracle. You might have Oracle Financials running on Oracle, so you have an ERP system. You might have downstream environments where you need to have data sets that need to be compliant or have integrity with the Oracle data sets. Thus, it requires it to have a product line that help you, A, identify what's sensitive, B, preserve that referential integrity, and C, be able to do that at scale. To discuss this further, I want to show you some data sets that we can use in the context of this. So I have a demo environment here with, of course, with Oracle data sets. We have worked with um, hundreds of data sources in Oracle, if not thousands, and every kind of environment that you would expect with Oracle: Exadata, racks, multi-tenant environments, Oracle data sets in Oracle Cloud. And the short answer is we cover all of them out of the box. When masking Oracle, I have an environment in here. The first thing that I want to showcase is our ability to protect this data set based on policy. In an enterprise environment, understanding what the policy you want to protect with it helps you drive your compliance goals. Today, I'm going to be working with a data set in Portuguese from Brazil, and thus I want to apply the Brazil's data privacy law, LGBT, in the context of today's identification of what's sensitive. With Delphix, the first thing that you can do is either use out of the box specific policies, whether that be GDPR Italy or whether it will be Brazilian data privacy law, etc. Or you can take others like CCPA, HIPAA specific data sets that you want to identify. What this means is you have out of the box capability to take a policy and apply it directly. For our Oracle environment, I'm interested in going to my data set that's in Portuguese, and I want to apply discovery mechanism that gives me what is sensitive in this environment. Our discovery mechanism allows you to be able to scan both metadata and data across all of the objects. So at one run, you can actually identify what's sensitive in that environment and then be able to map a specific policy item, a domain into that, thus an algorithm into that. And being able to apply this policy to any data source, whether that be a Parquet file, whether that be an Aurora PostgreSQL or Oracle environment in here, allows you to create that referential integrity across all these data sources. Once you have your sensitive data set and how you want to protect it in your environment, you can run masking against it. Here's what my data set looks like in one of these tables. I have names, I have emails, I have phone numbers, I have addresses. And since we ran a profiling job, the next thing that I want to do in this environment is I want to run a masking job that executes against this environment. When we're running the masking job, at runtime, we pick up the application of that policy, what domains were sensitive, how they map to those attributes, and then read the data directly from that environment, transform it in memory, and write the data back, persist it back to create a zero trust environment in your Oracle data sources. This process can create, using our core compliance engine, on average 1 to 5 million rows a minute in terms of execution, giving you that ability to be able to protect the data set. Now that I run the masking job, let's take a look at what the data looks like in this environment. So I have these names, last names, emails, phone numbers. When I run my data set again, it looks realistic but fictitious. The data sets have changed with synthetic data in this particular Oracle environment. And now I can use this environment for my testing, still achieve an integrated testing mechanism, because if I'm using the same algorithms here, I can use the same algorithms in any other data source that you treat with Delphix, and thus create that consistency in the data set. So in terms of Oracle, what we just have seen is ability to be able to discover what's sensitive, ability to be able to apply a policy such as the Brazil's data privacy law, be able to mask the data in Portuguese with data sets that are reflective of the specific country and the language, and the outcome. The last thing that I want to sort of give you a sense is that we have wide coverage in terms of different use cases for Oracle. The product case that I showed you is our core data compliance product. But let's say that you are a large company where you need to protect 100 billion rows because you need to do performance testing against a protected data set, a full Oracle size data set. And you can use our Hyperscale product in this case, where you can horizontally scale across many Delphix worker nodes to be able to protect that data set. Here is a graphics that's showcasing that. That will use bulk reading mechanisms, transform data at billion rows per hour, and write that data back to an Oracle environment. Thus, if you're an Oracle customer, if you are a Delphix customer, and you want to protect very large data sets, you can also achieve that too. Thank you so much for your time today.